see. Does that get some hearings? No. Now we got problems. Why didn't you test this before?
Because I wasn't even ready. I didn't know you were back yet. I always test it like right away. Oh no, there's sound now.
Yeah,
We're good.
but not.
Huh? I verified and Craig verified.
But not for me, is it? For me too?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, let's see. Yep.
I gotta say something, right? That's
No,
fine.
I heard you. I
I
heard
was,
you.
I was thinking of a setting. Yeah, let's just set it to disable.
Oh, good morning, Craig.
So, nobody heard us say good morning to him,
No.
unfortunately.
Oh well. Next
Oh
year.
well.
It's already been said. It cannot be said again.
Hmm.
It just is implied from now on.
Interesting. An interesting silent start.
Is it though? I feel like well, it doesn't happen as often as it used to,
I don't
but
think it's happened for a really, really long time.
yeah.
I think we've
But
had
I
a
still.
string of like 20 shows without air.
You think it's been that many?
I think it's been maybe even more. What do you think, Craig? You rewatch all our videos over and over and over and over.
Our intro needs to be longer, like an hour.
Like an
Like,
hour, like an hour and a half, like the show runtime.
yep. It was like best show ever.
Yeah,
Just
and then we even got a messed up title. This is just one of those Saturdays, I guess.
yeah, it is, but that's okay.
I'll
We
fix
can't be
that while
perfect
you're
every
talking.
time. Hmm.
I said I'll fix the title while you're talking.
Oh, okay. Well, now there's pressure. Um, so
You're talking. This is very good. Don't you get?
I
Don't you
know.
get like an eggplant joke or something to tell us?
No, but from now on, I'm gonna have a list of eggplant jokes for when you. Um. Oh, we just saw a joke on another channel. What was it? Uh, what do you call a cantaloupe underwater?
What?
A watermelon.
See, there you go. Man, that would have been awesome if you would have had that to rip off right away.
I know.
Plant related joke, impromptu, and we
Yep.
just talked about it.
Yep. Yeah. I'll Yeah. I'll get a little side page for things. Yep. But in the meantime, yeah, I don't have anything. Oh, look at that.
Yep, we fixed it. Live programming, isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Programming. Craig's joined because he wants to learn how to program, and we haven't talked about that. He wanted an NFT, and he wanted to learn how to program. He is so disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah. He thought that this was going to be a real channel. I mean, to be fair, that was the intention, but um,
You know how many episodes we have? I think.
30.
Well, besides the number count of the two channels.
Oh,
Remember, we had some intro ones. I think we're up to like 44.
really?
Yeah, I think like 6 or 8 of them aren't public. Remember?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because there's at least two that have zero sound.
There are at least two. She's like, I know there are two. Yeah, there's been
Oh,
quite a few full length hour long videos without any sound. That was before we had Craig to help us out. You know, tell us our grandma even watching. That
or just
predates
us
grandma.
making sure, us just verifying in the first few seconds, kind of like today.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
No, we were so confident. We've been so confident. We just rolled right into it.
Yeah. Well, and the best part is those were some of our best shows.
They were some really good shows. I don't know though. I'd say
Maybe not.
probably the current shows are a little better. I don't think I would say I've addressed my ums and certain words that clean up language a little more. I don't think I still speak clearly enough. I turned down my sound because I thought I was loud when I was listening to me versus you. It was loud the other day. But see, yeah, but they choosing, try to clean up your words when you're trying to impromptu do it and then fix it. It's a little harder, but doing more pronunciated speech, reading's gotten a little better. It's not the best, but it's better. What do you think? I think you've gotten better too.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks.
Not on your impromptu jokes though. That part's still just as lame.
Well, but it's real.
I know. You don't know how much I enjoy putting you on the spot because I know the result. It's like one of those tests that the teacher gives to the student that she always knows is just going to struggle with it. And she could help that student out a little bit, or he could help that student out a little bit. And no, they give it to him, and then they smile every time they grade it. They're like, ha ha ha.
Yep.
Torture poor kids.
Yep. For years, I've lived with this, folks, and now there's an audience.
Yep. But you do better on the programming side.
Oh. Well, now, give me 5 years doing this, and I'll be better too.
5 years. We'll still be talking about birds.
I'll still be like, what do you call a cantaloupe underwater?
The same joke 5 years later. Well, isn't that what comedians do anyways? They only have a certain set of jokes. Once I realized that, I think the internet actually killed the allure of comedians for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because those sets take forever. And then when you do new jokes, I think it made it more exciting for me. Because when they come up with new jokes to find out if they're going to work, they just have to go in front of an audience and try it. And if it doesn't work, but they still like it, then they have to figure out how to make it work. I don't know. I think that's really interesting. And it's obvious it's a lot more work than just going up and like killing it for an hour.
Yeah, that's a lot cooler. Like, that sounds cooler. Like, I just came up with all this stuff off the top of my head. And I know they're still funny people. I'm not at all talking about just impromptu stuff. I'm talking about their sets, exactly what you said, that it's crafted over, decades, really. And for me, I just thought it was more impromptu. Yes, I do respect their art and their work a lot more now because of how much work it takes. But, I just always thought they just came up with these things. So then, like, if you watch multiple, specials of them, it's the same jokes. It's just that's what's like. Or interviews. Yeah, or interviews.
Interviews with them, you're like the same joke over and over, and you're like, oh well, it was funny the first time, but I didn't realize I said that same exact joke the exact same way on every single episode. And then you watch a special, and you're like, oh, there it is again.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yep, that's what I'm talking about in that way. But I mean,
no, I got it. Yep. I agree.
And I agree with what you said too. It also added a whole level of respect. I mean, like all the work.
They do that.
Yeah, now like both go together. Exactly, you're exactly right. By exposing and by being able to sample more of their work, then you see both of it at the same time. You're like, oh. They work on this, and then you're like, oh, this takes a long time. That's a lot of work. I don't want to be a comedian.
I feel like my animes is trying to fool people because I'm talking and then I keep winking. Like, I'm just kidding. Wink, wink.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah. I just wanted to point it out because I have a feeling it's going to be like this all day. Hey, this guy looks exactly the same. Seth Green. It's hilarious.
I thought he looked older.
Yeah.
Like we all do, but this time I thought he looks more evil. I'd say he went from a more innocent face to a more evil face.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just like his this look just kind of looks. He just looks like he's had a hard life. That's what it looks like to me. Oops, cover up his face. No. It just looks. Like I said, his aging made. I think he looks meaner now. He used to like. My favorite movie of his is Idle Hands. It's like one of my favorite movies.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. I was like, I don't know. He looks exactly like he did in Idle Hands.
Yeah, but he was mostly a zombie in that one. So. Yeah. Not zombie, but undead, right? But yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. If you haven't seen Idle Hands, yeah, see, Craig agrees. He says looking a little rough. That's what I thought. I mean,
maybe it's because I'm not wearing my glasses. And I only have one eye open.
You do only have one. What's going on over there?
I don't know. Like every time I blink, one
close. He aged because of the Bored Ape. I would have too. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I would say I've aged just from owning some crypto until I've gotten used to it. If anybody watches our Wednesday channel, look, this will make you.
That's funny. I was always almost like, wasn't it Tuesday? Holy smokes.
Yeah. 1.175.
Drop since Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Where'd it go? Yeah, something like this.
I'd like to appear. That would have been better.
Yeah, see, they still got this stupid. Yeah, but back to our thing. So yeah, I could see playing around in the NFT world and getting things stolen, especially when it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's one thing if you end up with like a rotten pile of something, at least you have your rotten pile of something. This is like completely gone. And then there's no recourse. There's no like insurance on it or anything like that. But Fred Simian, also known as Bored Ape 8398, has been transferred from Cheese's NFT. What? Okay, so we gotta figure out how this happened. Seth Green's kidnapped Bored Ape has been returned to its original owner, ending in weeks of frantic speculation to its whereabouts and the intentions of its alleged abductor, a pseudonymous NFT collector known as Mr. Cheese. So he steals them and then like brags about it? I mean, like, what's his deal? Blockchain transaction records, which document the buying and selling of digital assets, show that the Bored Ape, that Fred Simian was transferred from Cheese's NFT wallet to a wallet associated with Green on Tuesday. When asked about it in a Twitter space for Green's NFT company on Thursday, Green confirmed to BuzzFeed that the ape is home. NFT trader? I haven't heard of that one.
I hadn't either.
Can you look that one up real quick?
Yep.
The exchange appears headed by way of crypto escrow platform called NFT Trader, where records reveal the ape's departing cheese wallet eventually landed in Fred Simian's account that presently contains it. Oh, the Fred Simian account. Green has previously stated that we know his name. Whatever. Oh, wait. Transferred 300K to an address operated by NFT Trader to exchange the ape. Oh, it cost him 300,000. Ether appeared in a wallet belonging to Darkwing, a Mr. Cheese alias. Oh, okay. That's the person we reported on last week. Was Darkwing 84. The transaction suggested that he may have repurchased the ape for more than 100,000. For 100,000 more than the person initially paid for it, despite threatening to sue Cheese if they refused to return it to him. A real bummer to anyone who had their fingers crossed for a Green vs. Cheese lawsuit. Huh. 100K? So the person made a quick 100K on it for dealing in stolen property. Yeah, he just got fished. That's it. So it's back home. I'm sure he'll put it in a wallet that won't be as easily accessed.
Yeah. It's not able. Can you lock them down so they can never be sold?
Yes. What you would do is you would take it and take it offline.
Mm.
I don't know if he would really need it for anything because he just shows that you own it. So you could get this device called a ledger. This device right here. And or there's actually two, so I don't want to just say like, hey, go buy Ledger. There's like another competing brand there, and there's a few others, but there's really two main ones. And then it's just a USB drive, but you could transfer your crypto and your NFTs onto it. The main reason you would use this is to get it out of an exchange. Having your cryptocurrency sit in a bank or an exchange opens you up to the possibility that if you do bad things that you can have your assets frozen. So a lot of people, and then once you pull them onto these types of devices, then you can use them in real life in theory. So that's what you would do, how you'd protect it, or you just don't have your wallet linked to something you're going to click on. Like, there's no reason for that. You're not transferring it. You have no plans to transfer it. So why would you even have it anywhere that would be anywhere? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because all you need is the passwords. All you need is those passwords and everything. You know what I mean? And then you don't have it up here in your browser open or anything. Like if you come click ours right now, look, you know.
It doesn't pop up. I can't see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nobody can see it. But it just pops up and it showed like you had to log in. It wasn't like open.
Yeah.
That would just be like keeping your wallet open to like on the sidewalk with you holding it open. That's exactly what it would be.
With a little fishing hook on it?
Nah, it'd be just kind of like you sitting there holding it open because you could close it if you see somebody walking up, but if you're looking away, somebody would just grab out of it. I don't know. The fishing hook scam, that's so funny.
I did find the NFT trader.
Yeah?
Yeah,
is it interesting?
Very exciting. No.
Nah, boring.
Yeah, it's not like OpenSea or whatever.
But is it like a trade platform?
Yep. NFT Trader operates as a secure peer-to-peer OTC trading protocol for non-fungible fungible token or NFTs.
Cool.
Yep.
So, next up we have a quantum chip that takes microseconds to do a task that a supercomputer would have spent 9,000 years on. So, something that would have taken what we have come to know as supercomputers that do our weather modeling, a lot of our satellite tracking, Department of Defense things, space things.
What's the meaning of life?
What's the meaning of life? Somebody tasked one of our supercomputers to do that?
No, that was a
I didn't get the reference then.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I can't remember what the answer was. I feel like it was 11 or something. It was a number.
Great. Have you ever seen these supercomputers?
Nope.
I'm not going to bring it up, but they just imagine like football fields of computers. I mean, they're huge. They're huge arrays of computers, and so just network computers all linked together. There's a handful of them, like the really, really, really good ones. There's a lot of them, but there's only a handful that are super awesome for a supercomputer. And so they're expensive, they're big, they take up a lot of space. And now we have a quantum chip that a supercomputer would have taken 9,000 years. And it happened in 36 microseconds.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
and not to distract from the article, but it's 42. 42 is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything.
Oh, just a number. There is no meaning to life. That's the point. It's whatever you make it to be. It's pretty. Looking for me. Huh?
I said, says the bear.
Yeah. It's just like, I mean, there's no main meaning. It would just be like whatever it is.
Whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. So looking for a meaning, you're already, looking for a meaning, you're already kind of not going to find it, right? Because it doesn't exist. So why look? Just make. So this just talks about supercomputer and how it works, or quantum computers and how it works. Cool.
Very cool.
We'll cover this and then we'll take our break.
Yeah, I'm almost out of coffee.
So am I. 11 stupidly simple side hustles to earn extra money as a programmer. Hey, this is for you, Craig.
So, I know one thing that's not on here. I bet. Oh, it says YouTube. I was gonna say, I bet one of them's not do a YouTube live stream.
Earn money from selling your company's code. I mean, selling code.
Yeah, don't sell your company's code. That'll be the opposite of it will be a hustle.
It'll be it's just a hustle. It's not a side.
You'll be into jail.
It's a hustle your way to jail. Yeah, that's funny. I like that. So, earn money from selling code. Yep, you read that correctly. Some websites may assist you in earning money by selling codes. Oh my gosh. They wrote it just like you said it. That's your term.
Yeah. I'm more popular than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Or this person that knows just as much as I do. It's codes. Hello.
But how exactly?
There's more than one.
Some artists, entrepreneurs, and company owners require websites for their work. They must engage a freelancer, use WordPress or another website editor, or purchase websites. Yep. So, selling templates on Notion? I don't know what Notion is. So, whatever it is, yeah, I mean, basically they're saying create templates and sell them. That'd be nice. Selling APIs. This is interesting. What's this guy going on? One of the newest and most popular side hustles. Platforms such as Rapid API, where developers may sell API and make money. After that, I viewed a YouTube video on it. Then I lost to make something else. Later, I got an email from a company asking me to develop APIs for them to sell. I was really taken aback. Do they make money or are they just spamming my inbox? I attempted to arrange a meeting. I asked if they were generating money from their business after discussing my skills and learning about it. We can't share our whole revenues with you, but let me tell you, we are receiving close to 15 to 20 clients every month. And in order to accomplish the job, we need you to work 3 or 4 hours every day. So if you know JavaScript or Python, you can get started. That's interesting. An online creator.
Aww.
No, you don't make money off this. What do you got, Craig? What's your side hustle? Earning with Canvana. Okay, another just thing. Just do stuff. Crypto, DeFi, NFT, and virtual lands. What? I want to do this. This is like number 6 is me. So was number whatever. The API one.
Sorry, pretenders. Craig's side hustle is moderating for podcasts. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're trying to get paid positions here. He's gonna have our first paid position.
Yeah, well, he's our first intern, for sure.
Our first intern. That's funny. So, for this, you can master blockchain Blockchain technology also provide a service that most vast majority of people required. As a result, if you're a developer, you have an edge when it comes to learning about new technology and making money from it. Yeah. What? This is the worst. Like, they're just listing out things,
They're
and
like,
then
just so you know, you can make money doing this. Yes. Yes.
selling the products. Okay. An online consultant.
Just real quick about number 7. I don't know. To be fair, I don't know a lot of developers. I know I've met a handful over the years, and I can't think of one that would be good at selling. I mean, it's a selling. I feel is like an art. I don't know. You would be good at selling. Maybe I spoke too soon, but I don't
Well,
know.
they make me do it.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like
I sell our development services all the time. So yeah.
I feel like for the most part, most developers aren't in sales because that's not their thing. You know?
Yeah. No, I used to work at this one company because I can't ever disparage current companies or anything. No, I'm just joking. But you always got to promote up like your junior developers and stuff like that as like senior. Yeah, we can do that. We can do everything.
Yeah, they saw it one time before. We've got an expert on.
Yeah, we have a whole team of experts. We've been doing this for like combined millions of years. Who knows? So yeah, yep. Selling products, selling services, easy peasy. It's just stretching the truth all day long. And it would be so much easier just to tell the truth, right? I think selling's a little bit of misrepresenting sometimes, and not that it's done in software. I'm just saying selling as a whole.
Yeah.
Got to be careful on the line we walk.
Yeah. Yep.
So, in general, I think developers don't sell right exactly what you're saying. So then putting that in a programming article is, I don't think.
Funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's
odd.
Hey,
That's it. That's it.
You could work as a barista. You could make sandwiches for a living.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Go into sales, right?
I mean, unless they're tying it back into website design, selling item products, and you're just laying them out. But then, I don't know. I think your marketing person probably do a better job of organizing that than a developer.
Yeah. Yeah, right. You're gonna get like way too much information. You're gonna be like, I have no idea what you're talking about right now. Can you get somebody that'll just explain this to me in English?
I was just reading this while you were talking. So yeah, this one's another one that I would say definitely fits developers. Become an online consultant, pretty easy peasy.
Yep, that one makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if anybody's confused on that, that's just like talking about what's in your head. That's it. Yeah, telling them how to do their stuff without actually doing it. Make an NFT, marketplace, industry, or application. That I am hot on, so I agree with this one. Mm-hmm. This is my world right now, right?
Yep. Very much.
Web3 developer. I saw an article that said Jack Dorsey, who's the former CEO of Twitter, if you didn't know, he's working on Web 5. I saw somebody's title say that. I'm like, what? He's just skipping past Web 3? And he's like, no, I'm doing Web 5. I was like, what happened to Web 4? It was just kind of funny. So, yeah, Web 3 is all tied into decentralization, blockchain, stuff like that. So they had 3 points on here about that technology. They really were running out of things for their 11.
They should have just made it 9.
This one's fair, right? Technical content books. We know an author.
Yeah, we do.
Shout out to Mr. Studebaker.
Yep.
Junior, the younger one. Yep. His dad's name's on the book. we know Chris. So, yeah. So that's it. I think that's fairly accurate, except for the sales one. That one really was out of place.
Yeah.
You don't need to sell. There's plenty of other things. I'd say there's about five side hustles. You could have condensed this down. They were talking about different technologies to get into. So are those really? I mean, it's just like selling your programming, selling your expertise, writing books, right? What else?
Having a podcast.
Having a podcast. Yep, yep. That'd be about it. 3, 4 to 5. All right. Break time. Break time. Break time. Break time. What's next? We can get people fired up. Oh,
Ingenuity.
oh, I don't think this is it. This is actually the the search page, but that's what I keep coming back to it. It's just funny because I've clicked on this a few times this morning, and I'm like, "Where's the article at?" And I scroll down, and then I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's just the page." And then I scroll back up, and I never actually click on the article to go into it. So there we go.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is.
That's my favorite.
That's your favorite? Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's interesting, so we'll talk about it. But they're running out of. Oh, is it because? Is this why?
You were clicking it, and you thought you weren't. We can look for the.
Yeah. We're gonna probably. I think I got it now without a pop up. I was gonna say, oh, maybe not. Yeah, we're gonna have to find. We'll find it because I saw this article somewhere else, and it just happened to be on Wired, and then it was like, easy. But yeah, they got a problem, so we'll talk about it. It's interesting. I like engineering problems. Engineering problems are fun. That's what's getting boring about programming because there's no problems anymore to solve, like in Business Central programming. You know, it's just like shuffling numbers. So these engineering type problems are a little more fun.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. See you everybody in a few.
All right. See you.
And we're gonna go back. We don't need to advertise for him. We'll go here. Let's see if we can find my video that I need to. Oops. We're gonna look for our murder bird video. I didn't have it prepped. Oh, I got more problems there. That's funny. no. I don't know which one it is. Oh, that's not it. This is him. This would make sense. That's not him. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Cool. All right. Sweet. We'll move this up to right there. Oh yeah, I gotta find a new article for this.
I found one. I put it in
in our thing.
Note. Yep.
Cool. Cool.
I don't know if it's exactly the same, but that must not be because.
Oh, stupid Wired.
I didn't read the other article, so I'm not.
Okay. So, welcome back, everyone. We are going to talk, huh?
I said, yeah, welcome back, everybody.
We are going to talk about the Mars helicopter.
I didn't know there was one.
You didn't know there was one?
Yeah, clearly I'm 100% on top of things happening in Mars.
So what did you think was going on when they talked about the two different sound things on Mars?
Well, I knew there
two different speeds of sound, right?
Yeah, but I just didn't register that there was also a helicopter there. I mean, I knew there was the little rover thing,
but I thought the helicopter is how they found the other speed of sound. We'll have to revisit that.
Yeah.
Just because I don't remember what the two classifications of the speed of sound was.
So. I guess I can find it while we're.
But yep, no, they have like a little drone that goes and flies around. It's awesome.
That is very cool. I like.
And I think yeah, it's so cool. And I think the thing that makes it extra cool is you can't drive it real time. It's like a 7-minute delay or a 4-minute delay. So
really?
yeah. That's what's crazy. And then it gets, depending on how everything's rotated, like the planets and where it's at, then it can get even longer. So yeah, it's really that's what's really cool. I think that we don't get in our line of work, where we get to really do cool new things and like figure out real problems that nobody can figure out, because all ours are just math problems, really. I mean, easy math, not even hard math. So I don't know, but
yeah, I don't know.
What do you think?
Well, it's that conversation that cracks me up. It's like one of the things I really like about you, and it also really annoys me because, like most people, like it's true. The things that we work on aren't that difficult, but they're not always as easy as you say.
Oh.
You're like, oh my gosh, it's so easy. And, then there's other people like myself struggling. I'm like, okay, we get it. You're the smart one.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's not.
Sorry, not sorry.
You're just being funny. You. You're being honest.
But it is easy. It's just programming. You're just putting the lines. But now programming to figure out how to vary your, I don't know what you'd even do. So you got to drive the thing with a delay, and then you got to deal with all the dust and winds and all these things that you don't even know exist. It's just, I don't know. We don't do that in our world. I mean, we have a couple variables that we don't know how they're going to work out, but then eventually you get to see it.
Yeah, and in production, if you're lucky. Just kidding.
In production, yes, that's the best part.
I was on Disney Plus. There's a documentary about and now I can't remember the name of it. One of the satellites that went past Pluto, and so they're talking to the crew, or the people that had worked on it, and the people that were setting everything up, because they had to make it so light that they couldn't really put a lot of drivers in it, so they had to like figure out like, okay, it's going, I think it was like 900 miles a second, like it's hurtling through space, and they're like, okay, we need to, when we get close to Pluto, the whole thing needed to turn so they wouldn't be able to talk to it anymore, and then so they had to set like when it could start taking pictures weeks in advance. They're like, we're just going to be hurtling at this thing like 1,000,000 miles a day. I think it was like over 1,000,000 miles a day, and 2 weeks in advance we're going to have to say like, at this date and time, turn, start taking pictures, and then stop taking pictures, and then turn again, and then just hope that you got it. And yeah, it was just like the people were talking about it, like, yeah, it's just, like a couple weeks before. I don't know. It was just, again, like this, like you're driving something that you have to know in advance.
So you just described
Mm.
you would take a camera, tape it to a big rock, throw it, and hope that it takes pictures of what you want and sends them back to you.
Yeah, one of the things, like, just to give it like an example, they had this guy driving. He was sitting in the passenger seat of an SUV driving down the street, like in the middle of nowhere, and they were coming up on another car, and he just like closed his eyes and started taking pictures in hopes that he got the other car in the picture, and he totally didn't. Like, that was the best part, is he didn't have the car. Like, there was no car in any of his pictures that he took, and he was like, yeah, that's basically what it's like. I'm like, well, hopefully they have like more calculations. I'm like, I'm just gonna close my eyes now and start taking pictures. But yeah, I mean, clearly they did, because they did get pictures, because there's some really cool pictures of Pluto. But anyway, sorry.
No, that's exactly what's going on. Those are fun. That's crazy stuff.
I know. I was like, I want to go to NASA.
It's just like the telescope, the James Webb Telescope. That thing's been amazing. And now, if you, we'll probably talk about it next week. It's getting hit by rocks and destroying the mirrors. It's still operational, but it hasn't even got fully operational. It could be destroyed by space itself. It's just kind of funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's sad, but it's funny.
Well, it's just gonna have to get worked on a lot over the years, right? Because
no, they can't work on it.
Oh, they can't?
No. That was one of the things, the whole thing about it. It's not like the Hubble. The Hubble's whole point was it was modular and it had planned upgrades and stuff. This one's a throw and forget satellite. And so if it messed up, there was no fixing it. If you can't fix it from here, then you can't fix it. Yeah. It's not a very smart way to build a telescope, huh? No.
That's like goes back to what we said just a minute ago. You just like build something and put in production, figure it out. You're like, oh, that doesn't work. Oh well.
Yeah. And you're talking about billions and billions of dollars and like 10 years of building it. It's craziness. And that's what's cool here. Same thing for this rover. And there's been a couple times where they didn't think it was going to work. And then all of a sudden, the engineer, the bosses are like, hey, regular developers, make this thing work now. And then, then they're like losing sleep and hair and looking like Seth Green, all aged and stuff.
Right. And, we're like complaining about a few more gray hairs. They're like, just a few more ulcers.
Yeah. I mean, I can't like compare our work to stuff like, Mars rovers things, but there's been go lives and different projects that, I'm sure they have added quite a few or taken away quite a few years off my life. It's interesting, right? And so, yeah, and it's always like the lowest level of people are the ones that have to figure it out. So these teams are amazing to figure out stuff. And what happened here is for the first time in their year-long mission, they lost communication with Ingenuity, which is the Mars rover, and it took looks like 2 weeks or a week to figure out what was going on, and they fixed it, and they had resumed operations, assuming winter recommissioning activities complete. 29th flight may occur in the next few sols, whatever that is.
I think they're the Mars days.
Mars days. Telemetry from Ingenuity confirmed the loss of communication was due to insufficient battery state of charge going into the night, which resulted in a reset of their mission clock. This daily state of charge deficit is likely to persist for the duration of the Martian winter until September, October. That's funny. Every night the computer's resetting.
Yeah, a sol is the solar day on Mars.
Pretty good. That's interesting. So, yeah, they got to fight the dust. That's what killed one of the other ones. That the dust gets over their solar panels. And what they did actually, it was interesting. I don't know if it was with this one or the other one, but they took their scooper because it was covered so bad. They took their scooper and dumped debris and heavier dirt and sand on their solar panels to wipe it away, and it worked. Right? You would think that would actually not work, it'd be worse. But as the soot blew and collected up, it starts building that film. And since it's, you've seen dust around, right? And as it collects and it gets really thick, it kind of links into itself, right? But if you just dislodge it, you can break chunks of it off, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it's counterintuitive. Why would you dump more dirt onto the problem that's caused by the dirt and dust already, right?
Yeah, that's why we are not.
Yeah, that's why we're just normies. We're not NASA engineers. Yeah, exactly. That's like, I don't know. We've done a couple cool things like that in Business Central, right? Where it's like, no, this makes no sense, but let's do this. And then it works. And you're like, huh, that worked. It happens once in a while. When you have no other options, use what you got. So these teams are awesome. All right, Murder Birds. I just came across this. What?
I just made up a song.
Oh, that was a song. All right, let's hear this song again.
No, it was a one.
It was a one and done. You have to just reply it, like a TikTok on it or something. All right, so what do we got? I gotta find a good one to start with because this is just cool. So I stumbled across this video, and look at this. See, look at this bird. It's sitting here waiting, and it flies out, and it gets another bird. Isn't that awesome?
It's so weird.
Birds. Falconeering at its best. Isn't that cool?
It's very strange. I'm wondering if they are doing that. I mean, it looks like he's just in a certain area, so.
Yeah, he's in. It looks like he's in his normal area, on his property. It's just a big property. Other birds are like, what the? That was the best. They're like, what is this? Oh no, he's coming. And this bird is loving it. That's what's like, can the bird be charged with murder?
I don't know.
Like, are they gonna hold like a bird court and have like, he's like a bird assassin. He's like this notorious bird assassin. Look at it. It's just loving it. It's like, in my eyes, it is ready to go flying out that window.
Oh, that was fast. He got him. I'm wondering, I guess this is like a, takeout. It's like dinner time. So
yeah.
Drive around and we'll go get some lunch. Because when you were first explaining this to me, I was thinking of it like, well, and maybe it is, just like going around to killing birds, but is it more like it's lunchtime, dinner time?
Yeah, it is.
To eat, so it's okay. No, that makes way more sense. I just didn't get it.
I know. Well, I intentionally misled it, right? Exaggerated it a little bit. But no, it makes me want to be a falconeer. That thing's so cool. I was like, really oh my gosh. And But we were talking about that. Do you know how large the bird population is in the world?
No, I don't.
Google it real quick. I don't want to get it wrong. It's
Like, is there like just bird population in
hmm?
general?
Yeah, world bird population. That's a number. Like it's a statistic that's tracked.
I spelled bird with a U.
Bird. Bird. That's funny.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Craig says it's pretty cool too. That's what we should get. But okay, go ahead.
It says I don't know who they is. It says the
Yeah.
number they came up with was 200 to 400 billion individual
Yep.
birds
Yep.
compared to 5 billion people.
Yeah. 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 That's just the comparison I wanted to get in people's heads.
Hmm.
That compared to our 5, 6, 7 billion, it's irrelevant, right? Because the difference in magnitude is huge. They said 200 billion
Yep.
birds. So, let's just get rid of the billions and everything. You're comparing 5, 6, 7 to 200.
Yeah.
So, there's quite a few more birds. And that's what's really interesting about that, because the bird population is the largest population, I believe, on Earth of mammals.
Well, they're dinosaurs.
They're dinosaurs?
Yep.
So they don't fall
Not
into the mammal category? Oh, I didn't know that. Learn something every episode.
Yeah.
So they're what's their category then? They're just in a bird category?
I believe so. But yeah, like I've noticed. So like on I watch Eons and
Hmm?
SciShow here on YouTube, and they call them. So when they talk about the Great Dying, or well, I guess the Great Dying was before, but when all the dinosaurs died, they started calling it saying non-avian dinosaurs, um, which I think is really cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, because then the birds were able to stay alive because they could move, they could migrate easier and find food, and so
Oh,
yeah,
birds aren't
it's
mammals because of birthing, right?
well, yeah, they lay eggs.
But what's the main separator? I know there's a few, but what's the main separator? Is it how between mammals and other things? I forget. Anybody got that?
Um, definition of a bird requires feathers, a toothless beak, wings, um, and the ability to lay hard-shelled eggs. Meanwhile, mammals have hair, give birth to live young. Females produce milk from
I thought
mammalian.
that like one of the main thing was how you birth your young, live young, rather
I think
than
so.
other methods.
Yeah, but then are marsupials considered mammals still? Or not marsupials. What are they called?
The
Like
duck-billed
platypus,
platypus,
and there's other ones.
the ones that lay eggs.
Yeah, but they also produce milk.
I don't know. I don't know.
Platypus. Oh, I think it said it was.
Birds are avian. Eggs. Craig knows his stuff. So, to get a falcon, you have to have a falconeer endorse you, a master falconeer endorse you and sponsor you. And then you have to get licensing, and then you have to go catch your bird, and then you have to train your bird. This isn't something you just pick up off the shelf. I'm sure if you're super rich, you can just pick it up off the shelf, but
Yeah, but should you?
oh
Well,
no,
I
oh
mean,
no. They probably wouldn't respect you. It'd probably peck your face.
yeah.
They'd be like, "Who are
Yeah,
you?"
I mean, I do like that there's that process. I mean, there's a lot of things that we do that should have more of that kind of process. Where we're just like, it, I can't, I do it because I can. Um, Saying somebody that has two dogs, like trying to be respectful of that responsibility, but it is a really easy thing to become a dog parent or pet parent.
I know. People let me be a pet parent.
I know.
Well, no, I'm just
you're more like
parent.
the Falconeer though. You're like, I found this cat.
I trained it up.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I taught him how to fly. He's a bat cat.
Oh, that was a really cute picture.
So, moving on. Do we need to take a break?
I did drink all my coffee.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break because we're done here in 25 minutes.
Yep.
So we're gonna cover our shades. Okay, feathers instead of hair. He's just kicking out all his stuff that you just said, or we're looking at it after after he writes it, and then you're using his stuff.
Well, it's just another person that ignores me when I'm talking.
Just another person. That's funny.
Yep.
Who else besides Rick?
Yeah.
That's so funny. We need to put up a poll. Put up a quick poll.
Craig, do you want to do a poll? Oh wait, there's 3 people on today.
Yeah, we got a lot of people watching. We got a whole audience. Yeah. Our poll will be: do you want to hear more about space, or it's all space? I think that's all we got left. Yep. Yeah, never mind. There is no poll. That's so funny.
Space or space?
Today's a space day. So, space or space. Yeah. All right. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Yep. It'll be a quick break. Oh, I didn't open my camera.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I just went out and got more coffee, and I realized that I drank almost the whole pot. Made extra for Rick, and he's still sleeping. I was like, oh, I can just make more after, and I just remembered that there's no coffee. I didn't tell him that. I'm like, I'll just let him sleep.
Good thing he's not listening to the show in bed. No, just hear about how he got gypped out of the last drops of coffee.
Hey man, if you don't get up, well, the bad part is I'm about to drink an entire pot of coffee.
I wonder you got wonky eyes.
Yeah, no wonder my eyes can't focus.
So what color is your anus? Oh, is that a little personal of a question?
No.
Is it blue?
It is blue. It's the same color as everybody's anus.
Blue. Yeah. Blue. So, why is Neptune and Darcy's anus, or Uranus, blue, different hues of blue. And that is because
actually,
what? Go
the
ahead.
planet Uranus is beautiful. It's just weird that it has such a weird name.
Is this Uranus? These ladies, just like, how does this end up like we don't do anything on our on this channel, as far as this login and anything. I'm like, how in the world do they end up with stuff like this? Just like, do you think that like somebody's gonna want to play this game? Just randomly? It doesn't even look at like, what's the game? I mean, is it just ladies in masks? I don't know.
Yeah. What does it say? What is it? Just all the ads based on our show, the things that we see. It's all like computer stuff and ladies, naked ladies.
Naked ladies, but I just feel that it's totally not accurate. Like, it's just horrible. Like, their targeting of their ads is just like totally off on this. But we have two worlds that are quite similar in mass to each other. One is Uranus is 15 times the size of Earth, the mass of Earth, and Neptune is 17 times. Nearly identical atmospheric compositions of hydrogen, helium, and methane. But now, new research suggests that a stagnant, sluggish atmosphere on Uranus allows a haze to build up and concentrate on the gas giant, making it a whiter cyan blue than Neptune's cerulean, whatever.
Oh, so Uranus is stagnant and sluggish.
Yep, so here's Uranus.
Yep. It's beautiful.
And there's more Uranus.
With the Uranus with the ring. Yep.
And is this Neptune? Yay, Neptune. It is a lot bluer.
It is. Interesting.
Cool. For the new study, astronomers use multiple observatories, fresh work from the Gemini North Telescope near the summit of Mauna Kea in Hawaii, along with archival data from Hawaii's base NSA, NASA Infrared Telescope Facility, and Hubble. I didn't know that was all based out of Hawaii. It makes sense. Trying to get away from any light and stuff. The study spanned ultraviolet, visible, and near-infrared wavelengths. Cool.
That is cool.
Neptune's more attractive atmosphere likely produces snow as it moves. Huh?
More active atmosphere. You said attractive.
Did I really? More attractive. That's funny. More active atmosphere. That's weird. It's also attractive. Likely produces snow as it moves methane particles into the haze, which removes haze over time. Uranus, however, has a thick layer of haze due to its slow-moving atmosphere, which also makes it less attractive.
Yep. Lazy.
Scientists will likely need billions more dollars and many, 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 many more years to continue studying a rock in space. Kind of funny, right?
Very funny.
Thinking like, I know they probably do a few other things, but they really are just staring at this one thing. Different ways. They're like, hey, how about we look it through at this filter and this lens?
Yeah, that would. I don't know. I'm trying to be done with the Uranus jokes. That's what the pause was. No.
You were just pausing. You're like, no, yeah, no more Uranus.
Stop it.
Betelgeuse Great Dimming had an unlikely observer. Huh?
What did you say? Betelgeuse?
Yeah, something like that.
Beetlejuice.
That's that. Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Betelgeuse.
Yeah. Yep. No, Betelgeuse Great Dimming had an unlikely observer, a Japanese weather satellite.
Oh, that's cool. I say that I picked this one.
So you act like, you act like. I've never heard of Beetlejuice. So tell us what Beetlejuice is, since you know what it is.
I don't. I can't remember. I just know that it's spelt like that.
Oh. That you're gonna enlighten us what this thing was.
Yeah. No. Here, let me see. I can't remember how to spell it.
The second brightest star in the constellation Orion, Betelgeuse, pronounced Beetlejuice. Yes, pronounced Beetlejuice, is the 10th largest or 10th brightest star in the night sky. But from October 2019 through February 2020, it dramatically dimmed to about 2/3 its normal brightness. This so-called Great Dimming event led to speculation that it was about to explode as what scientists call a Type 2P supernova, which it will certainly do in the next, 100,000 years.
Oh. So we can enjoy it for a little while longer. Well, at least everybody here can continue enjoying it.
They analyzed the event from some ground-based telescopes, and they concluded that it was a result of its surface cooling and a band of dust forming around it, or both. Ground telescopes can't see through the dust. That's because Earth's atmosphere blocks infrared radiation as well as X-rays, gamma rays, and the majority of ultraviolet rays. So only space-based observatories can see infrared light. And that includes weather satellites, like the one under the Japan's meteorological agency's geostationary weather satellites. The Himawari 8's astrophysics debut began in an unlikely place, Twitter. We saw a tweet stating the moon was in its images. I chatted with somebody, and I don't know what's so cool about it.
It dimmed.
It dimmed. No, I'm trying to say, what was it? They're just like, oh, here's their big takeaway. Scientists' new findings suggest that meteorological satellites could be used as space telescopes for astronomy. It enables us to obtain high cadence time series of mid-infrared images, which are hard to acquire with the usual astronomical instruments. So, by this discovery, they figured out they could use some of their other stuff floating around in space to look at stars.
It's nice. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. It'd be nice to get more space information.
Yeah, because you need all the information you can get so we don't get hit by giant blue whale-sized asteroids.
Yeah, the blue whales are pretty big. Are they the biggest?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're really big then. Are they the ones that are like the biggest creatures to ever live?
I believe so.
That's weird that there's something alive that's the biggest. And they're so gentle.
Are they?
I don't know. I've never met one. I was waiting for that. I'm like, they seem to be.
I don't know. I heard they kill millions of people every year.
I think you're mistaken.
Yeah. Like, there was one.
Yeah.
There was one, I thought, I don't know, a few weeks ago. I thought it came up, I forget where it came up on land, and it like just, I don't know, just destroyed like a whole city.
Oh.
Yeah. And then it just went back, and that was it.
He was like, sayonara, suckers.
Just ate parts of the city. Lots of people died. I think where was it? Taiwan or something? I don't know. I was trying to think of somewhere that was. I was trying to think of somewhere super concentrated in populations by the ocean, so it'd at least make a little more sense.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
But I also didn't know there was a helicopter on Mars, so.
That's real. Now we're trying to separate what's real and what's not. So we got a helicopter on Mars and a blue whale that goes on land.
Yeah, I think B is fake.
Oh, that's the poll.
Yeah, everyone's like, that's stupid.
That's a stupid poll.
We know what the answer is.
So these big giant. Why did we get this ad again? Didn't I switch pages? They were really trying to sell that game.
They're like, clearly you like it. You talked about it.
Or we need a laptop. One of the two. An asteroid up to 3 times larger than a blue whale will zoom past Earth. That's not good.
Oh, it already went by.
Oh.
We're safe.
June 6th, so we were safe. It was only 2.2 million miles away.
Yikes, that's close.
They make it like it sounds like it's so close. And then you get down to here, or roughly 10 times the average distance between the Earth and the Moon. Okay, that's not as scary.
Well, besides the Moon, the next closest thing is a lot further away than that asteroid was.
Yeah, but that's like saying, I don't know, somebody drove by your house on the freeway. Well, where's the freeway? I don't know, 10 miles away, 20 miles away.
Yeah. That's funny, the freeway.
Well, that's like open space. That's what I was just thinking of it.
No, I know. It took me a minute, but I do like it.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of like you don't care. It has no relevance on it. It's just like, now, if something drove between you and your neighbor's house, then you might care all of a sudden. Yeah. I'd be like, whoa, that's a little close there. You know, I didn't know we put in a road between us and the moon. So that's what I'd be a little more scared of. And that'd be really crazy if you saw it like eclipse the moon. You know, like the shadow of it, like went in front of it. Oh, that'd be so cool. That's kind of scary.
Crazy, yeah.
Because if something that size hit Earth, that wouldn't be good for us.
No, it says it isn't large enough to be considered a potential hazard to Earth.
Then why is there even an article?
Huh?
Why is there even an article? I'm very disappointed in this article. Not like us talking about it. I'm talking about the person that wrote an article about a rock that was 10 times further away than the moon and not even a threat.
Yep.
Like a non-event.
The one that killed all the dinosaurs they were saying it's the size of Mount Everest.
Uh-huh.
Which I think is bigger than 3 blue whales.
Yeah.
So, I think, yeah. I mean, it would still kill a lot of people. It just wouldn't be, people would still have to go to work the next day. Just not in that general area.
Just not the people that got put underwater or wherever the big crater's at. Yeah. I think those people get a day off. So.
Yeah. You can come. Well, we'll have a couple days and then, go back next week. So.
Oh, we got another one. Brooke's on. Brooke says hi. Hi, Brooke.
Hey.
Whoa. Off to the zoo? She's got to go to work already? Man. Tell the zoo they got to wait till after the show to open.
Does she really work at the zoo?
She works at the zoo. No, she really works at the zoo.
It's like, I don't know if I should laugh or not.
No, that's her job. She works at the zoo.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I want to work at the zoo.
Yeah, she trains murder birds.
Lucky.
I know. That's so cool. That was her videos. That
was Brooke?
Yeah. I mean, Brooke Bradley. Same name.
Yeah.
Middle-aged. I don't know how old he is. That's funny.
Well, I thought he was the same age as us.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's a little younger. I mean, he's not nearly as old as you, but if people don't know, she's only a few months older than me. So yeah, I think he's just a couple years younger than us, but I don't know. I think he's about our age. So you're probably right.
You're getting old when it's like mean to say that somebody's the same age as you.
It's mean.
Like this conversation is kind of ruining the rest of my day.
Because now you're thinking about how old you are.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to finish, have a whole bottle of some sort of alcoholic beverage to chase my entire pot of coffee today. Get over this day.
Don't they have like Bailey's Irish Cream to go in the coffee?
Yeah, but I drank all the coffee, remember?
Yeah, so now you can just drink the Bailey's by itself.
Yeah, and the ice machine's broken, so it'll just be like.
I just feel bad for Rick.
Really sad.
He's gonna wake up to the smell of the coffee and no coffee.
Well, to be fair, I got up at 5 and it's 8, so he got 3 more hours, so I think I deserve 2 extra cups of coffee. Actually, it's really me because now I'm all energized and he's gonna be waking up. He doesn't like it when that happens. He already said nobody talks as much as I do. Sorry. Clearly, I'm sharing that with everybody. Are you okay?
Me?
Yep. You were looking down and sad.
I was. No, I was writing a poll.
Oh.
A poll about
Darcy
you.
talks too much?
Nah, but it was about you. Should Darcy drink more coffee? This is fun.
I like it. Yep.
So, a non-article here that we just covered. I don't consider this anything of at all interest to me. Like, asteroids fly by the Earth all the time. Ones that won't destroy the planet. Maybe this one's a little closer than the others, but whatever.
This one just can get people nervous, and they can talk about
nervous for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at this picture. This is clickbait. The rock from this proportions and angles and everything just looks like it's going to destroy the planet.
Yeah. It's pointing to Earth.
It's even pointing to Earth like I got my eye on you. So, yeah.
And I doubt that's what it actually looked like, too.
Yeah, we know. They have to say this now. An artist's depiction of the asteroid. Like, they didn't used to have to put that on there. And then somebody's like, too many people got tricked by these types of things. Like, they can't use their brain, and they'd be like, I saw the picture. It's like, do you really think that it looks this pretty? Do you think all this looks like this out there? No.
Mm-hmm. And the Milky Way just happened to be in the background.
It just happens to be in the background. Exactly. Exactly. This is a very good picture.
It is. They did a nice job.
Yeah. So Eric Simonson. Actually, I think I swear I've seen that name before.
Yeah.
Like just on images, right?
Yep. Yeah, I was thinking.
Like our GIFs. It's almost like I've seen that name on our GIFs. Maybe Getty Images does a lot of stuff, but still, it's a very nice picture. I like it. I can see that actually as a on an NFT like mural type thing, where it just rotates through stock images. I like that. And I'd talk about it. I'd be like, "Did you see the picture of the asteroid that's going to kill the Earth?"
Yep, it's 3 times the size of a blue whale.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't nearly as big as Mount Everest. In case you're curious.
It's not even as big as like
random facts that make 0 sense.
Yeah, it's like it's about the size of, I don't know, a small little hill.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call it a knoll because it's not even that big. So it's just kind of like a bump. Have you driven over a speed bump the size of a whale? That's kind of like what it is.
Yep. Yep, it'd be like that.
Hubble telescope spots a peculiar dwarf. Yeah, both those words together didn't work for me. Galaxy with a really bright neighbor.
Oh.
Is this an artist thing?
They're like, I'm just imagining, because there's like all those people that complain about their neighbors that like will have spotlights outside their house pointed at their bedroom. And this like rude neighbor is like extra bright out here in space. We're trying to sleep over here.
I was thinking exactly along those same lines where you're in your galaxy and you're like, man, that bright galaxy, can't they turn off their Christmas lights someday? That's like the Christmas galaxy. And you know how when you, it is actually a bunch of different colors, but you know how when things get so bright, it just turns into white light? Yep. Like all the colors just end up going to white light. And so that's what it is. And then you're over in your other galaxy, we'll call it the cool galaxy that doesn't have bright lights. And like their sky is just always lit up, like just always lit up. Not even just from their sun. You know, their sun's doing the
They're like,
normal
it's
stuff.
June.
And no matter what way it rotates, it's just like there's just light all around their planet. And it's like,
just a bunch of people with like bags under their eyes.
yeah, yeah. And then they had to move underground to like deal with all the light. And so and then they're coming up with plans to build this giant shield, light shield out in space to block out like a sunshade, but for the other universe or the other galaxy. Yeah.
Yep.
That would I'm with you on this. It's so, if this picture's accurate, like wow. It's hurting my eyes just looking at it. It's like, wow, that thing's bright. And just think if you were in it. And just like if it was coming all from one planet. And it's like you're actually in the same galaxy. So now you're not even in a neighboring galaxy. It's just like
you
it's
just
like
don't notice it because you see it's just there.
it's either the Matrix loading screen where it's just white all around you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you just, that's like your world, is you don't see anything in the world until you walk up on people, and then those people just appear out of the whiteness because it's so bright.
Yeah, they did that in Doom Patrol. They went into the white space.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
That's cool. So
well,
yeah.
Getting to the white space was the awesome part.
So I think we covered this one. What do you think? How'd they get into the white space?
I can't remember. The guy's name was like Flex Steel or Flex something, and he could flex and do all kinds of like magical things. Anyway, he then got them into the white space, but before that he flexed the wrong muscle, and it was naughty. It was funny.
Like this superhero dude, like who came up with this flexor guy? Like this is insane. Like, I'm gonna have to watch some Doom Patrol.
Yeah, it's a good show.
I've seen it. Yeah. I've seen like just not very far into it.
Oh. Yeah, it's odd. It's a very odd show.
I have trouble watching shows. Ask Phil. Phil knows. He wants me to watch shows with him, and I never do. Like right now, Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, I need to watch it.
It's almost over.
Supernatural again.
So you get to watch all of it. So, yeah, bright galaxy. People saw it. They were like, "Ooh, very bright."
Ooh.
Well, our previous commentary was way better. So, yeah. Mysterious intergalactic force is pushing against the Milky Way. What? I thought we were expanding. It's a real thing. It's nothing to worry about. Oh, they have to put that in there now.
Yep. It's
like people would freak out.
Bigger than 3 blue whales, but it'll be okay.
Yeah. Just a normal coincidence of the usual process of structure formation that's been happening in the universe for 13.8 billion years. How to build a supercluster? To set the stage for the dipolar repeller, we need to go big. It's just not your usual astronomy big with galaxy scale events and energies. No, we have to go really big. Beyond the Milky Way sit a few other galaxies. There's the Andromeda Galaxy, 2.5 million light years away, which everyone knows. Everyone knows about the Andromeda Galaxy and loves it.
We're gonna combine.
There is not a single person. This is everyone. They didn't leave anyone out that knows and loves the Andromeda.
It's true. It's galaxy. Unanimous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they said it right here. And there's
even the
dolphins.
Go ahead.
Even the what?
Even
the dolphins. Yep. There's also Triangulum, which nobody really cares about. What's that?
Yeah, that's true. That's also true.
That's so funny. Knows. This person, yeah, this person pulse. Must be in the know.
They have their fingers on the pulse of the people.
Of the people. Like, I didn't even know about Triangulum, so that I guess I didn't care about it. I do know about Andromeda Galaxy because everybody talks about it. I don't know if I'd go with love. I mean, I don't know if I love a galaxy, but I like our galaxy.
Name, like Triangulum. It's like,
I don't know. I like that better than Andromeda. I think that one sounds sexier, but I think triangulum fits me better. It's more of a mathy thing. Like,
just your standard triangulum.
yeah,
You're like,
that's exactly
right
it.
up my alley.
Yeah,
Definitely my lane.
that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, I can deal with this. Like, I would have probably named it like something like it's probably triangular shape. And it's like, I'm like, that's my galaxy's name. And then you got Cisco naming his stuff with like Andromeda, and they're like, "Why are you getting all fancy? You had to show me up. Like, how does your shape like describe that? Like, how does your name describe the shape of your galaxy? I don't know.
Yeah.
But nobody cares about mine, so. But I would say I care about the Milky Way the most.
Yeah.
It fits like for me. I don't know. It does. It does. It's important to read everything, right? And so if you follow that philosophy, then you can't stop at what you want to explore and what you want to study. So you can. It's kind of like our space ocean discussion, right? Mm-hmm. You don't want to just explore one because one could benefit the exploration of the other. So then, you know, as much as I was gonna really closely say we should just stick in our own galaxy, right, and not worry about the other ones, you might discover something in another galaxy just by chance, even though you're not really studying it in the same way. That might help you understand things around you closer. So, you know, I was gonna say like, why are we worried about these other ones? Why do we look so far in space? You know, sometimes when we could even just look in our own galaxy, which is huge, and look at that black hole we never even had a picture of until recently, and now they don't know if they really got a picture of it or not. It's like interesting. But
didn't we find out that that there was a black hole in the center of our galaxy by looking at other galaxies?
And that yeah. We couldn't look at the other ones because ours was so hard to see. Mm-hmm. And I thought I saw that now they're even questioning that we did see it or something like that. I don't know.
Of course.
But I mean, we know it's there just because it's more of seeing it than it existing. There's a difference because we know it exists just by it disturbing the orbits of everything around it. So mm-hmm. That part of it we already knew it existed for a long time. But yeah,
we got to be circular. Oh boy, we have to be going around something.
So yeah, I guess we need to study, you know, all these other ones, but people should put a little more love to Triangulum. That's a pretty cool galaxy name. You know?
Yeah. Maybe we should spend next show just on Triangulum.
No, it's probably boring. That's why nobody our show would suck. Like nobody would watch it.
Enough information out there. We're like,
yeah.
Okay, we spent more time last week on Triangulum.
yeah, that's exactly
that nobody cares about.
So what's going on here? Oh, these other clusters are pushing against us. Gee, that's not anything. I don't know. See, you kind of knocked me a little earlier when you said that I dumb down or I say things are too easy. Like how is this reasoning not easy, right? You have other things that act like our galaxy, right? So it would be reasonable just to, you know, and there's a difference between speculating and proving it, right? I'm just talking about speculating it, but sometimes the way these articles are written, it's like, ooh, it's this big revelation. Like you never speculated this before. So you have these other galaxies, and if you think about it, you got like a bunch of galaxies in a cup, right? And they're kind of all, and the cup's kind of growing, right? That's the expansion side of it, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have, but as they sit inside that cup, then they're kind of pushing against each other. So to be surprised that nearby other clusters and galaxies are pushing and causing us to kind of like condense and expand in the way that you would expect of things like that, you know, why is that such a surprise? That's usually what I mean by like, oh, that's easy, that makes sense, or why didn't we know that before? It's just because it's like when you relate a couple things together, it's like, okay, that would kind of make sense. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you don't think about it, then you wouldn't. I was trying to say you wouldn't think about it. If you don't think about it, then you wouldn't think about it. So there's my
Yeah, well, actually, that does make sense as nonsensical as that
yeah.
statement is.
Well,
It does make sense to
yeah,
what you're
because it's
saying,
so vast. It's so
but it's
vast, and
not
there's
vast, right?
so much space between galaxies that it's wouldn't be too surprising to think that there would still be some sort of push and pull, gravity from these other galaxies would affect the galaxies around it. But then at the same time, you're looking out there and you're like, there's so much space between them. I don't think you would, it would be a thought like, oh yeah, well, duh, of course it is. I don't know. I don't think it would be your first thought until you kind of looked into it and be like, oh yeah, I guess they do. Um, I don't know. Cause
I do. I would say that would be my first thought because I
no.
often, and here's my reasoning, because I often think about if you look at your skin, right? It seems solid. We know it's porous, but let's just say in general, right? For this
Mhm.
discussion, it's there, and you can't get through it. But then if you go down to atomic level, where you're thinking about what makes up the skin and the cells and stuff, and the vast distances in between those, right?
Yep.
And they push and pull and react to each other. And so that's why, like, as you keep scaling out and you scale down, it's the same. It's kind of like the same ideas. That's what, like I always think of us just being a drop inside of something, inside of a bigger thing. Like we're the atom of our skin or something like that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but it's
Interesting.
just kind of like when you think about it at what puts us together, what puts the worlds together, it's just a bunch of space anyways.
Hmm.
And so then, that's how I scale. Like when I saw that, I was like, of course, that makes complete
Yeah, because
sense. Like,
you're thinking about it like if you go to the atomic level, then nothing's really touching, but it's still.
mm-hmm,
Hmm.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, I did. I don't know why. I read or saw something where it was like you never, if at the atomic level, you're never really touching anybody. You're never like holding hands or whatever. Like because at the atomic level, there's like nothing touches. It repels.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
It, I just find that super interesting.
yeah, and that's why when we talk about quantum computers, that's probably why I think about things at smaller scales and how stuff react in that way. But yeah, that's exactly it. You're right. Nothing ever really touches. Things can fly right through stuff. Like pretty much, if you just find the right thing to fly through, obviously, right? It's not like because of the repelling and just the way everything works. But it's just interesting. So that's why when I see these types of things and where they're talking about space, it's like, well, if you just go small, it's the same exact things. I don't know. Interesting.
It is interesting.
So that's it. We'll leave you with those mysteries of life. Where do you
Nobody,
fall?
where do I fall?
Yeah, do you fall on the current level, the space level, or the atomic level? I guess there'd probably be scientific terms for that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand the question.
The
So
question
I think I
is,
fell through the
I
black
was gonna
hole.
say the question. Yeah, a better question would be like, where do you think about things mostly at the like the
Oh, just
galactic
in
the
general,
space?
like
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
life.
That's what I was trying to
Oh,
say. Do you think I'm,
oh,
currently
like on this.
planetary, like at your normal person level, and where you just see and I know you like space, so
I
I would
do.
say you probably don't go small. You probably go big, right?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Yeah, well, and I feel like maybe I'm just. See, you were talking earlier about saying all the time. Mine is um, and but I think maybe like most people, to feel small like is really scary. So to think of things bigger is less scary and it's easier to learn. I remember being a kid and like space was and even the ocean was so vast. It made me feel really small and it made me feel yucky, like made my stomach hurt. So, but thinking of it as something very big and being a part of this really big thing is where I started getting excited about it. Um, and then it made me not feel small anymore. So I don't know. So yeah, I don't think small. I think big.
I think small. No, I don't know. I try to think about both sides. If I pick, I do go both ways.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's because you're a bear, and bears do what they want.
All right.
And I have two
What?
eyes that don't want to do the same thing at the same time.
Your eyes today. Okay. Wednesday.
Yep.
What are we gonna do Wednesday? So we've been talking about business and blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
We need to go deeper. So we covered agriculture.
Yep.
We'll come up with a surprise for Wednesday.
Ooh, I can't wait.
And so then, what else? Saturday, we'll see everybody Saturday. Are we good for next Saturday, I think, too? Because we don't have anything on our calendar, sorry. We've been slacking on our little calendar, so we're still here. We're still planning on doing shows next week and the week after.
I like that you say we. I'm like the total slacker. You're the one that's always on top of it. I just want everybody to know, all of our customers to know that
all our customers.
Jeff is doing his best to carry the show.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we just gotta get we'll get some stuff up there this weekend, I think. Yeah, so we'll talk. I want to see more application of blockchain. So we're gonna really like, if you're not wanting to know the techie stuff, then I would totally just listen on probably the next few episodes. I don't know how we're gonna go on the crypto one. Saturday is always gonna be Saturday, right? With our cool.
Yep.
What I say cool and you say cool. Our audience may not think it's cool, but our articles are cool. And so we'll still do our fun stuff. And not that Wednesday's not, but I know some of our audience isn't quite as techie, so I wouldn't be so focused. It's not going to be high level understanding. I think it's definitely time to start digging into the actual code and how the smart contracts work.
Yeah, I do too. I think that'll be fun.
We've talked about, the high level stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, from 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh yeah, it'll be nice and fun. But
it'll be the real deal.
It'll be the real deal. So yeah, I would say Wednesday's definitely for a few weeks probably going to turn a little more techie. I don't know. It could stay that way for a little bit, but
okay.
Just keep tuning in. It'll be fun. You'll learn stuff, and we'll try to bring it back to how it applies to the big world and stuff like that instead of the microscopic code world.
Cool.
All right. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Darcy, you have a good weekend.
You too, Jeff.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.